welcome back to Going Through It with Justin Essenmacher. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate you. Today I'm solo, and I was looking and trying to figure out what to talk about, and I grabbed my book to write things down, but then I'm like, you know what? I feel like if I was to read this story right now, some of my thoughts, because this book right here is very old, right? So I figured I'd just read from this and see what happens, because what the hell? Let's get into it and start off with it's a story. I know, like I write from truth. I write from truth about my comedy, so everything you see is usually honest. It has happened to me. Maybe it's exaggerated, but this is the stuff I used to write, and I figured I'm just gonna read it and go with it and see what happens. I read like the first two lines because I'm like, let's see. But let's go into it. This is about my music career. So I used to do music. I know what you're thinking. Why would I choose a path that doesn't pan out well for basically everybody? So right off the bat right now, I already know I'm still making these kind of decisions, clearly. I'm doing comedy, and I'm still here. I wrote this, I think, like a year on into my comedy, because I was like, oh, I'm such a good storyteller. Everybody can listen to my music career. Moving on. So it goes, as you could tell, I make great choices. See, it's like I already know what the thing is. Now I chose music because we were different. This is the joke. So it goes, now I chose music because we were different and going to be better than every other band. That's right. And the name that band was The 11 Project. Heck yeah. The 11 Project. We were going to take over everybody. This is how stupid kids can be. Don't let kids think. Keep them in the basement. Don't let them have their own thoughts. Now I get North Korea. Punchline. That was a good one, you know? So the 11 Project, to start out, to take over the world with their 4 cover songs. We did it better than the bands that made them. That's how good we were. We were so good, we had to fix other famous people's songs. And it continues because it's a great story. Turns out that was false. That's not how you take over the music world. So we changed our name and had a new outlook. What's that name? Ambush the Sky, which is a great name. I came up with it. I remember when I write that out, I was like, that's a good name. It doesn't make any sense, but we're going with it. We were cool. Ambush the Sky. And we would scream our lyrics so people knew how angry we were. I was the screamer of the band. I probably talk about this. I talk about this too much. I live too much in the past about this band because I guess I still miss it. Ambush the Sky. What? It doesn't make any sense. You can't ambush air. Keep your kids keep your kids in the basement, people. They will do some stupid shit. I scream till my throat hurt every day. This makes sense. Lyrics like, you'll never know what this girl's been through, but karma is coming. Well, we got a call coming in. It's my roommate, Philip Garcia. Hey, Philip, welcome to Going Through It. Yeah, why isn't it connected? It should be connected, Bluetooth. 1 second, Philip. We got technical difficulties. It's connected, so I don't know why it's not working. Maybe I got to hit the button.
Hey, everybody. Coming to you live from my bedroom. Didn't mean to interrupt this. I'm sure it's a great episode.
It is a great episode. It just started 4 minutes ago. I'm reading from a book, my joke book, because I wanted to read a story. I was like, hey, let's see how bad it is. It's pretty bad.
I could imagine. I was just calling you to smoke weed with you on FaceTime, but this is...
I was trying to do this podcast not high, but I guess we could...
No, you're good.
Well, I'll take a hit with you.
All right.
This is so online. This is so 2020. We'll be back.
You want me to repeat that? I said, you never know when you're going to meet the right one, so I keep Trojan condoms on me at all times.
That's right, kids. If you're out there just hooting and hollering and just meeting people, make sure you wrap it up. This podcast is brought to you by condoms. All right, man. Be safe out there with your condoms. Thanks for calling in.
No problem. Sorry for ruining this.
It's okay. You didn't ruin it. It only gets better.
Okay, bud.
Bye. There we go. That's our first caller of the episode. Interrupting the greatest band story ever. This was the joke that I wrote. Anyway, it goes on to talk to people about, it goes on for a whole other page. Long story short, people, the band broke up. Boom, roasted. The band broke up. Whatever. The band broke up. I thought it was going to be a better... I think I've talked about that before on this podcast. Let's move on to the other joke that I had to tell you about. Jesus. Philip really put a hitch in my get up there. But I'm not blaming him. I had a voicemail bit. Voicemail. I can't stand voicemails. Why does the robot lady have to explain how to leave a freaking voicemail? Back in the day, it was great. It would keep ringing, and you could say, hey, it's me. Call me back. I only leave non-serious voicemails. Just text or don't. The phone says missed call. You don't have to leave a voicemail. I'll call back or not call back. Voicemail. Or it gives you 3 options for leaving a voicemail. Speaking of that, yeah, why do I need options for voicemails? This shit is too long. The automated system is not cool, man. It's like we know the system. Actually, people now, the kids probably don't know how to leave voicemails now. People don't know how to talk to people because texting and social media has ruined people's brains. It's hard to talk to people. It's funny because I am a server, so every day I get to meet new people. And it's funny watching people interact with each other, or more likely say, not interacting with each other. It's wild. And then to leave a voicemail, usually it's voicemail. The only people that leave voicemails are jobs and your doctors, right? To let you know your prescription's ready. It's funny. Yeah, I don't ever leave a serious voicemail. I guess I'll leave one to my grandma because she still uses it, but I don't know. I had to talk with... This is why also the sucky thing with technology, which ruined. I bought a flight to go to New York. This is a pretty funny story. I don't know if I ever explained it, so it was pretty stupid. And sometimes when you're not thinking and women are involved, you make rash decisions because women are pretty, right? So last week, I had a bachelorette party at my restaurant. I introduced myself. I said, hi. We all headed off. It was great. There was only 4 of them. It was a small bachelorette party, right? And I made them laugh. Great. And then they were like, you want to get a drink with us? And I was like, sure. And they're like, no, we're serious. Like, come get a drink with us. And I was like, right now after work. And so I was like, oh, okay, let's do it. So I get a drink with these women, right? We're all hitting it off and it's a great time. And they all look at me and they all go, you should get a plane ticket to New York and be my +1 at the wedding. And I was like, well, that's crazy. I'm like, no, seriously, you're like so fun and it'd be great if you came. And I'm like, no, this is outlandish. This is stupid. And then I had a shot and then I'm like, you girls are really fun. You're great. This is a good time. Like, you should be my +1. It'd be so fun. And look at the story that you're going to have. This is 30 minutes on into meeting them. They're like, yeah, buy a ticket. The bride was like, buy a ticket. The future-in-law, sister-in-law, buy a ticket. The other one, buy a ticket. It would be the funnest thing. You're so fun. You're so cool. Buy a ticket. Buy a ticket, right? So I go on Google Flights. I buy the ticket. I bought a ticket. I found a cheap one. Round trip for like 5 days. It was like $250. I wasn't thinking, okay? Clearly, I was not thinking. But they were so convincing. And they were pretty women. Like, yeah, come with. Yeah, come with. And for any woman to not think that they don't have the power, you're stupid. Okay? I love you. I love women. But sometimes if you think you do not have power over men, you are out of your mind. Okay? You got the power. Ask whatever you want. You'll get it. You will get it. So I buy this ticket and then we hang out for more hours. And then we went to another bar. Philip, who just called me, he was there. He comes to the other bar. We're all hanging out. We're having a great time. And then the girls look at me and they're like, well, we got to go have our girls' dinner because women always have to have the girls' dinner during the bachelorette party. We got to hang out with the girls because when we see each other at home, it's different. So while we're out on vacation, we need our one last night to be at this restaurant and get and go hang out. That's cool. Go do it. Doesn't make any sense. Live on the edge, I would have liked to eat some dinner too. You had me drinking all day and I bought a plane ticket. I'm hungry. I've been through a lot of work. I've been through a lot of shit. Okay? So, I go somewhere else. I thought we were all going to hang out that night, right? Because they're like, yeah, we should hang out after. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Me and Philip end up going to do some comedy. And then one of our friends invites us to go on a boat on Lake Travis, which was so cool. Of course I'm going to go. Fuck yeah, let's go. We're going to go to Lake Travis on a beautiful boat. And we asked, hey, can we bring women? Duh. And he's like, yeah, of course. So we hit up the bachelorette party because we thought we were all friends. So we hit him up to get him on the boat. And then, of course, it was the thing, well, we're just coming back. Can we bring all 5 women? Sure, let's do it. Well, I got to ask, can you give us 30 minutes? We're like, no, we kind of need the decision now. Now we turn into assholes. Well, why can't you give us time? Because this was a last-minute thing. We're also inviting you, and we were invited. So kind of dick moves on our part, but also we thought we'd all have fucking fun, Bachelorette party. You're supposed to be living on the wild side. Yet, if it's not planned, you can't do it. So anyway, we're driving to Lake Travis, which is 30 minutes out of the way, right? Calling, hey, we'll turn around. We'll come get you. You got 5 women. We'll take 2 cars, right? So we turn around because she's like, well, I'm thinking about it. Turn around. And then not asking ever. No one's getting to come to a decision. And we're like, fuck it. Bye. We went to Lake Travis and we had an amazing time. It was an amazing night. It was nighttime. No one was on the lake. We were just floating on the we smoked some of the green God's green earth, and we're floating under the stars on Lake Travis. It was just the most amazing thing ever. It was great. You didn't need any pussy there. No pussy was needed. All was stars. Sometimes pussy's a good thing to have around, but sometimes it can ruin the moment, which it almost did. So anyway, is this too intense? Whatever. This is real. So then the next day, I didn't text her because also she hung up on me that night after when I was inviting her. I was like, we need the answer. And then I said something and I'm like, well, we're just going to go. I said, we're just going to go. You guys have a good night. We're just going to go. She hangs the phone up. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we invited you to go on Lake Travis. That's my bad. So I didn't text her the next day because I didn't want to communicate because I was like, oh, well, let's see what happens because let's see if this woman's really about it, right? The next day comes by, she doesn't text me again. And then I'm like, well, fuck, I got to see if this is even real. I got to see if it's going to happen or not. So then I text her and I get no reply. And I'm like, I'm such a fucking idiot. Such an idiot. Text me. She finally texts me back. I don't know when. And she's like, hey, totally sorry. Been up to a lot of stuff. Very overwhelmed. So is it possible that you could cancel your flight or whatever? I mean, I'd like you to come, but I got to ask the bride. And I'm like, the bride fucking told me to come. You told me to come. Your other friend told me to come. And your other friend all told me to come. Okay? I'm not deaf. Y'all witnessed me purchase it. No woman sat there and went, hey, don't buy the ticket. This is a stupid decision. This is outlandish. Also, if you don't cancel within 24 hours of Spirit, guess what? There's a cancellation fee. No one's saying that shit, right? Because guess what? Everybody said it's going to be a great fucking time. And can you imagine the stories? Yeah, I could imagine the stories. They'd be fun if you just lived a little. Also, stupid bullshit because the woman's like, yeah, be my plus one. I'm kind of talking to this guy right now, but you should come to the wedding because he can't. So no one's thinking at this table, including myself. She texted me and she's like, yeah, I asked the bride if you could come, and she said no. Boom, roasted. And the thing is, I'm not mad that it's canceled or whatever. I'm really not. I'm kind of relieved. I thought it would be fun. And I was just like, yeah, just say yes to things, because when you say yes to things, things happen, you never know what you're going to run into. Also, the bride's ring was ginormous. The bride's ring was the size of my like fucking fingernail. It was 3 carat solid. I'm like, this wedding's about to be dope. They said they were going to have lobster, all that shit. It's going to be a fun time. I'm a fun wedding date. You're missing out, honey. You're missing out. Anyway, so the bride says, no, I can't come. And then now I got to go through this bullshit of canceling the fucking flight. I would rather buy another flight than have to cancel the flight. That's how annoying Spirit Communications is. Spirit, you are the biggest sack of shit that I can't get away from because I can't get away from your prices, okay? I can't get away from your prices, but your guys' fucking customer service and all the bullshit that you do is so terrible. It took me over 30 plus hours to cancel it because I had to text them, because guess what? You can't call anybody anymore. That's what the great thing about COVID is now. You can't call anybody because everybody has to call, but also all the jobs have been lost and there's no workers because everybody's getting unemployment, but now that's running out, whatever. So you can't call anybody. And the problems that you have to fix, you do have to communicate in voice, because you can't figure shit out because no one's doing shit. You're talking to a computer and they don't understand what you're saying. It took me over 34 hours or something to cancel my flight, which I also lost money on, which is great. I can't cancel my flight. You can't cancel it and just get a whole full credit. I can't get a full credit to you, Spirit. It's a month in advance. No, you got to cancel within 24 hours. Fuck you, Spirit. Fuck you. Well, I mean, it's in our policy. We know it's in your policy, you cunt. You cunt of an airline. So they don't think anything will happen in like 2 weeks. They're like, we know, like, you'll figure something might happen in 24 hours that you'll need to cancel it. No, it won't. Corporations, you suck. Even though I'm using all this is all corporate shit that I have, that I'm sitting on using to make this podcast right now. But whatever, you know what I mean. The bullshit you put us through, it's insane. So, in conclusion, I'm not going to New York. At least not right now. And actually, the funny thing is, a few weeks ago, I was asked to do a show in New Jersey by an ex-girlfriend. And that was hard for me to buy a trip to. And I didn't buy the trip. I didn't go. I think that was also a thing of like, I just don't think I could handle it mentally. It's too much there still, too much in the past with feelings. And I didn't want to mix up my professional shit with that. She's booking a show, and she asked me to come, and I'm grateful for that opportunity. But then, sometimes you hear someone's voice and you're like, and your heart goes to your ass and you're like, oh, maybe it's not good. Women, I don't know. Philip was talking about falling in love so easily. And yeah, I've been pretty single, and I'm pretty focused on what I'm doing. And it's so hard for me just to detach myself from doing what I'm doing to focus on like my personal life, which isn't healthy. I was talking with Philip and Tony, who are on the, or no, Tony and Mikey B were on the last episode. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. Mikey B and Tony Casillas. But Tony was here and Philip were here, and Tony looks at me and he's like, dude, you're overworking yourself. And I'm like, yeah, I probably am. I'm overworking myself and underpaying myself, and I'm learning that you can't do this shit for free anymore unless it's for yourself, because it's too much work that I'm putting on myself and stress that I'm putting on myself that I'm literally losing my fucking mind. I can't, losing my train of thought just because that. And it wouldn't be too much if I also didn't have a full-time job. And I know people are like, well, are you dedicated to your craft? I am dedicated. Very fucking dedicated. And it's not that I'm not putting my all into comedy, which I think I am. Could I be doing more? Yes. But am I doing what I think is the right amount? Yeah. I'm putting everything I can into it almost. And me saying almost is, I guess, not putting myself fully into it. I am invested fully, but in order to survive, I do have to have a daytime job, unfortunately. I'm not making money from podcasting. I'm not making money from open mics. I'm not making money from really any bookings. If I get booked, it's $10 to $30 or drink tickets. So to make a living, I got to fucking work at a job. I serve during the day, and then I go out every night. I'm working 5 days a week, and I work 7, and I go out basically 7 nights a week. And I podcast one day. And people are booking me to film other things. And it's like, I'm only one person. So, whatever, that's that rant. So, back to the ticket. Yeah, so I bought a ticket, and that was at the spur of a moment. And I don't know why. And it's not the only time that I've done this kind of shit. I do this kind of shit because I think, oh, it's a woman. I better do it. And, maybe realizing this is that, you got to stop being such a fucking pushover for women. And it's funny because every time you're not a pushover, that woman either will leave your life, which is probably a good thing, or she'll be like, hey, he has a pair of balls. Fuck. He knows what he wants. He's telling you how it is. And that's the thing is, I don't think some people, my lifestyle's so fast, I don't even know how to have a relationship anymore. It's hard to keep a relationship when your life is work and chasing a dream and trying to make your dream work. After when the dream starts to work, I think it'll be able to be some fun. I don't even know. I don't think women, be able to really carry a relationship, but you're trying, and then you always want to talk to women because you're so freaking alone. Friends are cool, but sometimes you gotta have that woman's touch. You gotta have a woman's touch. Sometimes you need a hug, not from a guy friend. Sometimes you do. So I'm not going to New York. Even though I'd like to go to New York. But now I got a credit. So, hey, if you have a wedding, you want a wedding date, let me know. I'll be there. I'll be there for you. Let's go into a game. Let's go into, is it me? Is it you? No one's here to play it with me. And it's one of my favorite ways to talk about topics. There was something I was going to say earlier. Shit. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's move on. Let's play the game. Let's play the game. Swag. Which of us... Thank you. Which of us is more likely to clip our nails in public? I mean, I'm going to clip my nails at home. And I also have a thing about clipping my nails. I need to have my nails clipped. I can't bite them. Because when you bite them, then you get this weird, they never get clean cut. And they always catch on shit, okay? So when they're catching on shit, I get really weirded out. I get these goosebumps. I hate feeling Apparently I found out that I'm very hypersensitive or something because like that annoys me. Certain clothes annoy my skin. Certain sounds make me fucking cringe. Like physically hurt me to hear certain things, especially when like people eat. Oh, I can't deal with that shit. No. Fucking stop it. Stop it. Right now my body hurts. My body hurts listening to you eat. And you're going to continue to talk to me and eat that way? Fuck you. Okay? Grow up. Shut your mouth. Eat the food. Okay? The sounds don't make the shit taste better, do they? It's like more work to... It's a fucking jaw workout. Tasty. If your kids are smacking their lips, smack them. Hit them and tell them to shut their mouth. If you're the parent that's allowing it, fuck you, okay? Fucking eat my ass. Which of us is more likely to tell a white lie to avoid getting in trouble? Well, probably not me because I'm too fucking honest. I'm way too honest. I can lie pretty well, and it's pretty easy to me, but I just can't do it. Like, I can say it, and then I see the person's face, and they believe me, and I'm like, none of that's real. None of it's real. It's too easy to lie, and then I believe in karma, and I feel bad, and I feel really bad, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was raised with the guilty conscience thing, and I'm just like, I got to be honest. Because God's looking down on me. Father Jim's going to be mad if I fucking lie. I'm going to have to confess in a box, which I never did. Did like once or twice. Whatever. It's hard for me to lie. And that's why, like, I don't understand how people can, like, talk to multiple people at a time. I'm too guilty for that. That's too much, like, stress on my life. Also, it's funny to even think I could be talking to women when I only have, it's usually just about one talking to me. Whatever. Which of us is more likely to be the first one with the microphone at karaoke? Well, I'm not going to lie. I do sing at karaoke. What's my karaoke song? Most of the time, it's Ice Ice Baby. I got really good at it once because I did karaoke. I was the DJ. And you'd have to kick it off. And I'm like, I'll do Ice Ice Baby. But the funny thing is, every time karaoke comes on, I always go blank. I can't never think of a song. And then I go in my car and I sing every song on the way home. Weird. Which of us is more likely to raid the fridge in the middle of the night? I'm not a big raid in the middle of the night. I don't get out of my bed to go eat. But before I go to bed, I do raid the kitchen. I do nonstop eat at night. I binge eat. It's not good. The other day, speaking of binge eating, this was fat. This was really fat and unhealthy. But we were out and we're like, I saw an Instagram ad. I was watching some food porn, and this pizza, this beautiful Detroit-style pizza came up, right? And I showed Philip. And I go, look at this. And I was like, we need pizza. I haven't had pizza in so long. I'm like, we're going to get pizza. And unfortunately, in Austin, unless you guys know, I think there is one place. I just don't know where it is. There's a Detroit-style pizza. But sometimes you just need some fat shit. You need some fat, thick crust, Detroit-style pizza that will just make you cream your pants. It's buttery, it's crispy, it's crunchy, it's cheesy. The pepperonis are bold. The sauce is fucking flavorful. It's fresh. And thinking about it now is making my mouth water. Isn't it yours? So we got pizza from this place, and we got 2 slices. They're like New York style. They're huge. Huge. We're like, it was good. It tasted good. But then we were like, our one friend didn't come get pizza with us. So we're like, are you hungry? He's like, yeah, I could eat. And I'm like, we could eat too. So then we go to Taco Bell on the way home. This is like not even an hour after eating the pizza. And we stop at Taco Bell. And I get a whole like $5 box. Another thing, we order those cinnamon donut, those delights, Cinnabon delights, which if you haven't, change your life. Get it. Don't get the 2-pack because guess what? What I always say though too is funny because they have a 2-pack and then like a 6-pack and then they also have a 12-pack. the funny thing is, I'll go up there and I'll go, can I get a 2-pack of Cinnabon Delights? And they're like, yeah, 2. And I'm like, yeah, 2. And then they give me 2-packs, which I buy 2-packs. But I like to think that it's a miscommunication. They didn't understand me, so I get 4 of them. But in reality, I wanted 4 of them because they're so fucking good. And I try to keep healthy, and get 2 of them. Anyway, you're not keeping healthy. That night, I had like two drinks, I think, 2 or 3 drinks over the time of the night, which is not much at all. And I woke up hungover with like bad food in my stomach. I couldn't sleep at night. I had heartburn, diarrhea. I'm sorry, diarrhea. You know, like it was not a good morning. And it's like, did I just drink the night before? But I didn't. And that's the funny thing. Now I'm figuring out, I'm like, maybe it's the food that's making me feel like shit the next day, not the alcohol. It's probably the alcohol. But that was not a good night, dude. And I try to and I hate going to the store anymore. Like I have no food in the house right now. And I have money to go buy it. I just don't feel like it. I just don't. Somebody take care of me, please. I need a professional chef in this house. And I can cook good. So whatever. I guess I'm lazy. I got to go to the store after this. I don't want to. Moving on. Which of us is more likely to miss a call on their phone? Well, I don't think me, really, even though I had a couple of missed calls today, but I'm not really getting many calls. I know I'm not getting any calls from New York. Boom, roasted. Which of us is more likely to enter a beauty pageant? I think probably me. I'd have to say it. I mean, I'm a pretty boy, and I get on stage every night, and I proclaim what I would do to fix the world. I show my talents off. I do a little spin here. I show you my talents. So I guess I do a beauty pageant like every night because I get cute every night I go out. I got to get ready because you know what they say. You got to always stay ready to be ready. Dress the part, you know. I mean, you could be out crushing and somebody in the crowd's looking for talent, but my dad's calling me. You're looking for, they're looking for talent and you look like a sack of shit. We're going to get Dad on the podcast because he watches it. Dad? Oh, wait a sec. Hey, what's up?
Nothing. I was calling you earlier.
You're on my podcast right now. I'm doing my podcast solo, and you called while I'm doing it, so now you're part of this.
All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Justin's dad. I'm the one trying to help him get famous.
Yeah, thanks, Dad. He's helping a lot right now. I'm getting some good open mics right now. It's going well. What's up? So you called me. What's up?
Well, you're going to probably say I asked you this already, like you normally do. But remember that lady comic you worked with at Crowfoot?
Yes. Jessie Mae Peluso. Yeah.
What was her name?
Jessie Mae Peluso.
Okay, good. It wasn't that lady. I seen this lady comic did a movie called Look Good on Paper.
Yeah.
And I swear that's her. It looks like her. Every time I see that lady, I'm thinking it's that lady you worked with at Crowfoot.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked with a lot of big names, so I understand the confusion there.
Right. Well,
I mean, I have also worked with Preston Lacey from Jackass back in the day.
Yeah, you did. Works with him now. I remember him. I got an autograph from him. Got a shirt from him. And the guy that did his warm-up for him was pretty good. You remember that guy?
Yeah, I do. What are you up to?
I went down to Grandma's and edged her driveway and took all the weeds out of the cracks and everything for her, and then blew it and swept it off. That's what us old people do for fun.
What did you say? Blew it and what? Swept it off.
swept it
I
off.
thought you said you blew it and sucked it off. I was like, what are you talking about, Dad?
Yeah, that's the new thing we do.
Wow.
We suck it off instead
Gee.
of blowing it. We suck it. Funner to suck it. You know, now like you guys like to smoke weed, we like to go and suck it.
Yeah. Exactly. What are you doing tonight?
Well, I'm gonna have a fun-filled night with my wife.
Yeah, what's that?
She's done watching the kids, so we're probably not. Well, yeah, that's true. I'm gonna get to watch her work her ass off making cupcakes for your uncle's, your cousin's graduation party.
Great. Fun.
Yeah. She's only got to make like 200 of them.
That's too many cupcakes. You should cut that in half. But
you know how they do things.
I do.
They're women.
I was just talking about women before you.
They're women.
Yeah. I was just talking about women for like 20 minutes. I learned from my dad. I said I was talking about women for 20 minutes before you called here.
You were talking with one for 20 minutes before I called?
No, I was talking about women for like 20 minutes before you called. I gave him the story about how I was supposed to go to New York. I bought a plane ticket to New York. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, you told me that. I don't understand it, but it's kind of crazy. But you do kind of crazy shit, so.
I know, right? Yeah, I had to cancel it if I didn't tell you.
Oh, you canceled it?
I had to. Yeah, the bride didn't want me to go anymore.
They didn't want you to go anymore.
Yeah. See, this is the thing that women did. They had this fun idea where they didn't think I'd commit, and then I did. And then apparently committing was just too much.
Well, how did they find you? I thought you never met them before, so how did they even know where to find you?
What are you talking about, Dad? I met him at my job.
Oh, so they just came up to the job again and randomly said, oh, there's the dude. Yeah, by the way, we don't want to come now.
Dad, we have technology. I have a cellular phone, and she texted me.
Oh, she did it on a text? She didn't even do it in person?
No, Dad, it was a 24-hour thing. It wasn't that serious. So I figured it was something bad was gonna happen, but I was like, the girl seems sincere.
Right. We know most women, they don't know themselves what the hell they want, so that's why you can't figure them out. You know, they got that little thing between their legs that drives them crazy. Boom, roasted.
Boom, roasted. Get him, Dad. All right, well, thanks. Yeah, I'm going to get back to this and finish this up.
Okay, send it to me. I'll watch it.
It's going to be up tonight, so I'll tell you. It's coming up tonight in a few hours.
All right, love you. Have a good day.
All right, love you too. Bye.
Bye.
There's my dad. There's my dad. That's where I get it from. You know, spoken like a real man right there. Spoken like a real man. Is it hard to understand women? Yes. Do I try? Yes. Has my heart been broken many times? I'd say a good amount. And that's why there's a thing with like women where it's just almost like you want to get involved, right? But then you're just like, why go through it? I know how it's ended the last fucking 25 times. Why put yourself through it? But everybody says it's a learning experience. It's a growing experience. It is. It is. But is it needed after, so many times? And maybe it is. And you never know unless you put yourself out there. That's the really shitty thing with the dating is that you never know what's going to happen. You could be dating someone for years and then find out years later that they've been cheating on you for years when a relationship they never had. Oh, I love you. Does it really mean anything anymore? it sucks trying to communicate to people because you care, and that comes off as too clingy or too much. That's that side note. Whatever. Moving on. Which of us is likely to keep a houseplant alive? I can't. I tried once. It died. The plant died. I tried to water it. I took care of it. They're a lot of work. Which of us is more untidy? I'm a very tidy person. I try to keep clean. I get very stressed out when it's not clean. Like sometimes, I know I have to do something. Like it will take like a 5-minute job, like recording this podcast per se. It's not that much to set up. But I come home and then I'm like, well, I got to clean my kitchen. Or if I'm learning late, it's like I try to clean the kitchen, got to make the bed, put the clothes away, do the dishes, make sure the living room looks kind of clean because my brain can't work and I get stressed out about it. And so then now I clean for an hour and a half and then I shoot my podcast. So I'm pretty tidy. Moving on. We'll go into some trivia and we'll get out of here. It's been a good day. It's a beautiful day out. You guys should be enjoying your Thursday, enjoying your week. You know what I mean? This year, I picked from the 2000s. Let's go more relevant this year. So let's go on. I've picked this one before. How do I pick this one? Or maybe I haven't. Which online company features a bird named Larry? Yeah, I did this one. Son of a bitch. Whatever. It was Twitter. And this year in 2000, it was Y2K. We all thought the world was going to die. But guess what? It didn't. Everybody got their toilet paper. Y2K. You know what's crazy about 2000 is now this is the year when people are like 21. I look at people's IDs and they're like 2000. I'm like, what? Weird. Also, I'm getting so much older. And the funny thing is when you meet somebody like old people from like 1930 or 1940, you're like, wow, you're old. We're those people. Now. Whatever. I've had a good time. This has been a very random episode. But I need to let you know the New York story. I'm happy I told it. I haven't got to tell it yet. Let that steam off. You got to meet my dad. That's my dad. He's one of the biggest supporters of my podcast. Great guy. And also Philip Garcia, my roommate. Everybody's checking in on me, baby. We're good. Things are good. I got a show coming up here, actually. Let's name off some shows for all my fans out there. This 26th, I'll be down in Temple, Texas. I'm traveling to Temple, Texas at a place called Corky's. It's going to be a fun show. Marcus and Genevieve are also on that show. Let's see. Marcus and Genevieve are going to be on that show. It's going to be fun. I got that. And then what else is coming up? Oh, cool. And then July 1st, I'll be at LT Corner Pub, which that's in Lakeway, Texas. It's going to be a fun time. Joyce House is hosting that thing. I think Marcus and them are on that show as well. So a couple of shows coming up July 1st and then June 26th. Hit me up if you need more information. I'd love to see you. I would love to tell you a joke. Also, remember, please subscribe, follow, tell your friends. You got any questions, send them in. I'll answer them. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your week. This is Going Through It with Justin Essenmacher.
Yeah.